hello. First stream of the year, 2025, baby. Is my mic on? Seems like it's on. How are we all doing over here in the wonderful world of Tardis Wiki Roulette? I'll tell you what, on reflection, maybe, just maybe, the wheel should be a little bit bigger. How about that? How about that? Even bigger, thicker Allen than normal. We're trying a new setup this time. Which isn't working. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Big Alan, I ruined your intro. How did I ruin your intro? How did I ruin your intro? I know the chat is looking very weird. It's true. I'm sorry that you're stressed out by the wiki situation, but I know that you will solve it because you're an ingenuitive bunch. You ruined it in the first place by not having too many cooks. That is true. Do you mean because I cut the music out? Do you mean because of that? Because like it was the Full House theme and that's copyrighted music, which means that if I were to use that music, I would have to not make any money every time that I streamed, and I'm not going to do that, am I? By the way, send me money. Everyone send me donations. But yeah, no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't have that. Show the original, right? No, because I'm not going to get copyright claimed. I'm not doing it. Play the Full House theme badly on a recorder instead. That's actually a really good idea, and I will do that. Ryan, watch a full episode of Doctor Who live with I don't know, I just tried to make it a little bit snappier. I picked the most apropos music that I could. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Craig, for the intro. It was wonderful. Hello, hello, hello. I did show the original last time. I showed the original and reacted to it in chat. You're not going to get me to give up all of my monetization for this stream, Craig. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I have a family to feed. You should make another version of the intro. I'll tell you what you should do, mate. If you go on YouTube Audio Library, you can see, you can put on filters and it will show you which pieces of music you can use and still monetize. I would say go on there and pick something from that and then try and make a new intro, and I'll happily swap them around. It's just because I didn't want to get copyright claimed. But yeah, no, make a new intro. Go ahead. I'll use it. I'll use this one. What do we think, by the way? Should we keep the intro for now? Time to spin the wheel. Almost. I just got here. Soon, though. Very soon. Use Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al fits the stream. It does, yes. I am not SS Sniper Wolf in disguise. And I definitely was not the one who took the wiki down. Frankly, I have like an anti-motive because I need the wiki to be up to do these streams. So I would like to stomp out the person who fucking did it as well, to be honest. Right, SS Sniper Wolf. Do you not know who that is? It's the lady who doxed the person. That's all I know about them, is that they doxed the person. Let's wait a minute on spinning so we can update you. Please do. Please do. Ryan took the wiki down. He was sick of the woke BS all over it. I think it's just pronounced Sniper Wolf. Oh, okay. I actually freaked out that it might have been me, since it seems to go right down right as I went to write your summary. Oh no, Najawin. I think that was just bad luck. Up yours, woke liberals. We'll see who cancels who. Stalk. I will add stalk to the wheel. I will indeed add that to the wheel. Who cancels who? You know what I learned, by the way? I got into Google Trends. The other day. I was looking at Google Trends. Order of the Wheel? Oh my god. Exciting. Put the fucking wiki announcement on the fucking wheel. You can just tell me. That's also a thing that can happen. We're in like the preamble stage right now where I don't really spin the wheel for a bit and just talk to you all. SS Sniper Wolf was Jenny everywhere in disguise. She was just shifting to Jack's film shoot. I don't know what that means. I will put the announcement thing on the wheel, but I would also like you to explain to me what the announcement thing actually was as well. Do you like my new chat, by the way? It looks like I'm a real streamer now. Isn't it cool? I think it's cool. SS Sniper Wolf is just Jenny Nicholson in disguise. Also, Google confuses me for Llewellyn Xavier. Who is Llewellyn Xavier? Bloody hell, Alan's big. Alan is big! And it's season 2, baby! We made it to the end of the year. Which means that it's the start of the new year. Which means new season of Tardis Wiki Roulette. Starting today. New season. Bigger, longer, more uncutter Alan. I am even louder and more irritable than ever before. The wiki is up again. Hey! We have an opening theme by Craig. Hey! I had to change the music because it would have got me copyright claimed and I wouldn't have made any money on this. Hey! And now it means I am going to make money on this. Hey! So everybody's happy, especially me. Hey! Google and Llewellyn Xavier then. I feel like that was a clip of a moment there. Please help promote this. I will. Oh, there's something you want me to help promote? What do you need me to promote? What do you need me to say to camera? I'll even do full screen if you want, so you can clip it. What do you need me to say? Explain to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Actually, Craig, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna do you a solid this time, my friend. I'm gonna do you a solid. There you go. Something Blue Audio is our pinned post for this stream. Felicia is off at an art and crafts thing today, which means that you're all mine. Cookie Boy ruined tenner gift search for Doctor Who because of me. How can you possibly ruin tenner gift search for Doctor Who? Where do you think half of my B-roll comes from? Was it necessary? Was it really? I doubt it was necessary. Somehow I doubt it was necessary. Yeah, please explain. Please explain the drama. Let me understand what's going on. If there's a statement I have to look at, I will look at it. Okay, so I'll just explain first. We made a mirror TARDIS on our brand new secondary server. Okay. You need to greet her in new and fascinating ways. A billboard outside her house next, maybe. Why don't you make a billboard with that meme of David Tennant peeking over the office boards and going, "Ugh," like Wilson in Home Improvement? Why don't you do that one? That's a Doctor Who meme, right? It means that during what used to be known as downtime, we'd still be up, just with editing temporarily disabled. Oh, so you have like an emergency backup TARDIS Wiki Roulette now, basically. And everyone should know that from now on, when TARDIS Wiki goes down, there will be an emergency backup TARDIS Wiki Roulette. Is that the statement that you want me to make? Real quick. I would like to know before I make the statement. Everybody knows. I know. I know, however, my moderate audience doesn't know. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a little present for all of you. Okay. Hi, I'm Ryan Molyneux, owner and co-creator of Something Blue Audio and Tardis Wiki Roulette. How's it going? Apparently, the Tardis Wiki has been taken down, and in response, the magnificent people at the Tardis Wiki, and that's the real Tardis Wiki, by the way, not the one at Fandom, the magnificent people at the real Tardis Wiki have created a mirror TARDIS, if you can believe such a thing. Now, what that means, and bear with me here, okay? Bear with me. It means that even when the Tardis Wiki is taken down by malicious action, potentially, we don't know. We don't know that, but it probably was. Even when that happens, it will still be up, just without editing permission. So, now, and once and for all, and forever, the TARDIS Wiki is indestructible. 100 more years! There you go. You can clip that if you want. There you go. Can you say fandom sucks? Hang on. Fandom sucks! There you go. Absolutely, I can. Well, I love you guys too. I don't know. I always support the wiki. You do incredible work. Even if I didn't do this show, I'd support the wiki. No worries. I'm happy to help. I'm more than happy to help. Fandom, more like fandom. Very true, very true. I think I have literally said their name and like spat to the side before on camera, so I got you. I got you all. It's fine. Buddy Holly, yes. Didn't Buddy Holly have their wiki taken down as well? I don't know. Something bad happened to them. I forget. Fandom D starts. It's really good. It's an eternal classic, Craig. I like Buddy Holly as well. I don't think that's too soon. It was almost 100 years ago now. Fandom tax. Before we get on with the actual game show part of this game show, I have one more question I'd like to ask you all. I am doing Doki Doki Literature Club on Twitch, on Wild Magic soon, and I'm letting you all know it's happening soon. Do you want me to do it next week or the week after? This is for Najawin as well. Najawin, next week or the week after, Doki Doki Literature Club. You are specifically the person who requested it. You are the person who I'm going to ask when they want it to happen. Because I also know you have stuff. And it would suck to do it and have you be unable to attend. So, either works, I just need to know. Should we do next week? Should we do next week? Maybe... What about Thursday? How about next Thursday? How does next Thursday sound, Najman? How is that? You all need to come to the fucking Doki Doki Literature Club stream, by the way. This is other big news, but I'd like to prepare a press statement, if you will. We're looking to become more independent by forming our own network, the Star Federation. When you have a press statement, once again, send it over. Whatever you want me to say, I'll say. It's fine. What is a Doki Doki Literature Club? Apparently, it's this game that Najawin wants me to play. And I know nothing about it, which makes it very hard for me to sell it. But if you want to see me make reactions to things, then join the Twitch and subscribe to the Twitch. Follow the Twitch. You don't have to subscribe. Just follow the Twitch and watch the Twitch. Apparently it's a gay game. See, I didn't even know that. I know literally all I know about it is that it has like anime girls on it and shit. And at first I was like, absolutely fucking not. And Najawin had to go to like an hour's worth of effort to convince me to play this game without actually explaining anything that happens inside the game. which is frankly incredible. And just because of that, I think you should all join next Thursday. So yeah. It's a gay game in your heart. Or isn't every game a gay game if you just decide it is? I'll love it. I'll love it more if you show up, Bruce. Come join me next Thursday. I'll put it on the fucking Twitch schedule. Awesome. Love the new visual idea. Thank you. Thank you. I felt like it was time for a change, and I like the minimalism aspect. I'll tell you what, I'll show you the wiki. I'll show you the wiki. I have that here too. Boop. How's that? Isn't that nice? I think it's lovely. I get to show off more of like your wonderful work too, and I think that's pretty cool as well. Ryan, would you like to know what happened? No, I don't. I don't want to know anything about what happens. I want to go in absolutely blind. I do not want to know what happens. Do not. Do not. Do not. If I see anyone calling anyone out for spoiling, I will time that person out. Do not do it. It's very important to the people who watch the Twitch stream. And the people who watch the Twitch stream also watch this stream, which makes them my strongest soldiers. Norm shows up at the game and complains how woke it is. Get Kako Queen! She spoiled Doki Doki Literature Club! That is a capital offence! We should probably spin the wheel soon, shouldn't we? Probably. Okay, for 20 minutes. But we had to do lots of channel updates. It's the start of the year. Right? And she's... I know, I just said it was a capital crime, Cookie Boy! Oh, new YouTube video as well. Coming out maybe next week if I have the time to finish it. I found out that Doctor Who on Google Trends is less popular than Canadian looter shooter Warframe. A game which is famous for being obscure. So, next week, I'm making a video about Batman villains, and it's coming out on Wednesday, and I might have to do a Batman stream, because it kind of seems like Doctor Who isn't enough anymore. Oh yeah, if anyone plays Warframe, I stream Warframe on Wild Magic. If you don't play Warframe, get Warframe, it's fucking free. All of it's fucking free, and it's better than every other free game out there. Especially if you're the sort of person who edits articles on Tardis Wiki. The game is made for you. I don't know the first thing about this, but if it's niche, I'm in. It's fucking amazing. It's a space ninja shooter game. It's made by an indie developer. It's all free to play. All of the premium items can be like ground up for with just real like time and effort. There's like nothing you actually have to pay for. It has a really, really good like story campaign. It has loads of fucking lore. They're consistently putting out new updates. The dev team actually listens to the fucking fans. It's incredible. Everyone needs to get on board and play Warframe with me and watch my Warframe streams. And they look like Bionicles. If you like Bionicle, if you like Guyver, if you like Ghost in the Shell, if you like any of that kind of shit, Warframe is right up your street. One of the main aliens, they're not even aliens, but I won't get into that because that's spoilers, you need to learn that for yourself. But one of the enemies you fight is even a little bit like Sontarans. It's incredible. Warframe more like Wokeframe. It is very, very, very woke. Yes, there are lots of pride things. And they raise lots of money for cancer research as well. Warframe is good. Get Warframe. The dev team actually listens to the fans, what like John Nathan Turner in the Colin Baker era. No, what I mean by the dev team that actually listens to the fans is the fans will go, hey, can you make this grind shorter and less arduous? And they're like, yes, we can. And also, here's a free fucking Warframe suit. Warframe D, message retract. Trying to get that Digital Extreme sponsorship, guys. Can you tell? But yeah, no, come check out Wild Magic. I'm streaming tonight. Funnily enough, Warframe. But yeah. The hope with the Federation is to put together an enhanced UI over time and to pull in other fandom wikis. That would be really cool. It would be really cool. If you like bad robots, Warframe. Yeah. Is Popeye in it? Kind of, yes. There is a Popeye-ish kind of Warframe, yes. I tell you what, I don't know if that's actually true, but I guarantee it's fucking true because there's like 50 of them. So yeah, it probably is true. You can get a cat or a dog in Warframe. You can fish in Warframe. You can be space fishing. Ryan, you should watch. I don't know what Bad Robots is. I don't know what Bad Robots is, but I'm not watching it live because it would definitely get me copyright claimed. No. Maybe if I was streaming on Twitch, like I will be later on Wild Magic. They try to stop you from doing these nuts jokes. Who tries to stop you from doing these nuts jokes? I don't know what Bad Robots is. It's robots that are bad. What is Bad Robots? No, because it sounds like a niche show. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a comedy from 2014. It's 2 seasons. It's got Michael Gambon in it. Oh, it's a British television prank show. It's kind of like Trigger Happy TV is one of those. Okay. Huh. I'm just gonna quickly delete that from my brain really quickly and replace it with facts about the Canadian looter shooter Warframe. Maybe walk out of the room partway through and leave it running. Who did that? Which streamer fucking did that? That naughty boy. I assume it was a boy. That is a dude thing to do, let's be honest. I speak for all the gadgets, gizmos, and technologies out there when we are saying we are sick of being... I should make different versions of the Tardis Wiki Roulette intro. Make so many versions. Make too many versions, man. I need all of them. It's time we have some fun of our own. Prepare to get screwed. Oh no! That's right! Because it is that time, isn't it? Alan! My friend! My pal! My good time boy! Are you ready to spun? First spin of 2025. Smell that. It's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah! Can't believe this is my fucking job now. What the hell? If this stream gets 4 likes, I'm not reading that out. Fuck you, Craig. Nice try, though. There are no good robots. What about what about Commander Data from Star Trek Voyager? What about what about him? All right, yeah, Dolly Parton for the win, by the way. That is also true. Oh, okay. It is about Dolly Parton as well. Fantastic. 9 to 5 was a song by Dolly Parton. Tasha Williams thought of the song as she worked in digitization and felt her work wasn't the way to make a living that Dolly Parton sang about. Are you really Optimus Prime, Cookie Boy? I've got a feeling you're not Optimus Prime. Also, as stated by Bruce Simmons, Optimus Prime is not a robot. He's not a robot. You're wrong. He's not a robot. Optimus Prime is a cybernetic organism. I will have you know that is not a robot. Robots in Disguise is literally the theme song. I don't care. He's not a robot. I do not give a shit. We're discussing whether or not Optimus Prime is a robot. I don't think he's a robot. He's a cybernetic organism. He's alive. He just happens to have metal instead of flesh, but he's a living thing. That's the closest we have to just... No, it isn't. Big Android is the closest we have to describe him. But he's not a robot though. Robots can be alive. K9 is alive. That's an interesting one. It's not necessarily about whether they're alive even. Cybertronians can exist without sparks. I don't know enough about Transformers lore to argue that point. I guarantee you know more than me. I guarantee it. Robots don't have souls. K9 is not alive. If the metal is flesh, then there's the implication you can get Cybertronian steak. Johnny 5 is indeed alive. That is true. Ryan, add Optimus Prime. I will do that. I will add Optimus Prime to the to the list. And every time the word Optimus Prime comes up, I will say Optimus Prime. Exactly like that. How about that? We made it very far down this short page. We did! We did. Category songs from the real world. Let's go back to the wheel. Let's go back to Alan and spin again, shall we? But no, Optimus Prime is not a robot. Optimus Prime is a man. He's just a normal man. He's just an innocent man, okay? Alan agrees with me. Fuck you. Alan is the best host ever, man. Co-host ever. Alright, let's take a look at Renark's multiverse. We've already looked at the Michael Moorcock multiverse. We don't need to revisit. Optimus Prime is not a man. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Did you read that page? I did. I read the whole thing. Music's a bit loud. Okay, I can fix that. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, 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 hold on. How is that? Jam Jam? Is that better? Jam Jam? Does that sound better? Jam Jam? I'd like to know. Jam Jam? Does that sound better? I don't know if the music is in this rhythm. This could just sound like nonsense to you, but I don't care. No, I don't care. Hope that doesn't. I hope that was in time. But I don't know because I can't hear the music. Bruce was telling me Optimus Prime transitioned. I didn't know that Optimus Prime transitioned. Then that completely changes what I was saying, obviously. What a tune, I know. Optimus Prime is not a man, so happy for that. Oh. Okay. For fuck's sake, Soto. That comment is going to come up in a second, and when it does, I want you all to be very ashamed. Hang on, let me try and drag this up a little bit. One sec. One sec. There we go. That is true. They do have genders. They have male and RC. Those are the genders of Transformers. What if Optimus Prime is non-binary? That is true. There are actually transgender Transformers. Wow, that's amazing. I love it. Love to see it. Are there more than one female Transformer yet? I don't know. I've only seen like some of it. I think we've talked about my Transformers journey before, or lack thereof. I almost ruined my fucking fancy man keyboard because of that joke, Aristide. Transformers opposed by the Decepticons. Conservatives. I will say that the first female Transformer was originally transitioned to a female forcefully in a very transphobic story, but it was later rescanned. RC is a trans lesbian, by the way. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Oh my god. Randomly Rusty and Narrow Gauge Diesel in Thomas and Friends was actually portrayed without reference to their gender in the US dub for a while. And they actually went back to this. You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the fact that now that I'm expanding out of just doing Doctor Who, I can talk on my YouTube videos about shit like the Thomas the Tank Engine Satanic Cult. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good video. A good amount of people on Reddit don't like to think they are non-binary. Well, the only people on Reddit whose opinions I care about are the good people over at r/somethingblue audio, which you should all join, by the way. Join r/somethingblue audio now. I gotta think of a good rhyme now. It's I'm a book purist with Thomas the Tank. Nightshade, a transformer from the show Earthspark, is non-binary, and that really pissed off people. Good. I'm glad those people got pissed off. I hope that they got so angry they shat themselves and then ruined those trousers and then threw them away. Because you know what? Those people deserve to suffer. Reddit is in yin-yang. There is balance between them all. I wish there wasn't. I wish it was tipped in a good direction. But, you know, the only thing I've ever seen in terms of communities being tipped in a good direction, Xavier Llewellyn, the only thing I've ever seen that has ever had a community tipped in the right direction is Warframe, the Canadian looter shooter. Ninjas play free, over 70 million active users. Warframe, the game where you can use a gun, you can use a sword, you can use a flying ship, you can use a pair of mechanical wings to soar through the air majestically. Is it woke? Yes! Magnificently so. Incredibly so. Flagrantly so. I would say buy a Warframe today, but you don't even need to buy a Warframe today because it's fucking free. It's really good. Get Warframe and play Warframe with me. I'm really high level. I'll get you all the shit really quickly. Also, it's very dumb that people get upset over sentient machines having genders that don't match the geo enforced historically by the patriarchy. You know what game actually explores that theme in quite an interesting amount of depth and sensitivity in one of its side quests? Warframe! Right, do you want to make some Warframe audio somehow? That would be exceedingly difficult, but I would be down. I'm already thinking about pivoting my entire Twitch stream to it, so... Hey, you know what, as well? I streamed it twice. I got followers twice. So clearly it works. It's dumb enough with just saying regular humans can't be gender non-conforming. I know! I know. Canonically, in aligned continuity, only 1/13 of Transformers have female bodies. Well, oh my god. Doesn't that literally imply that being a female Transformer is bad luck? Like, who wrote that? Who wrote that? And who signed that person's fucking check? That's what I want to know. People, yes, I will use she, her pronouns for my car, but fuck that person who medically transitioned. Not necessarily. That is a good point, because it might be Japanese, and if it's Japanese, they don't have the same association with the number 13 that we do. It's related to the original 13 Transformers. What is happening? Transformers lore sounds even more convoluted than the lore to Canadian looter shooter Warframe. Over 70 million active users. Ninjas play free. Transformers is better than Doctor Who. Everything's better than Doctor Who. Discord, Twitch, Reddit, go. Yeah, do it. Join all the things. Join the Reddit. It's up there. Transformers is like if Hot Wheels had Greek mythology. It doesn't? I do think that Transformers would be an interesting wheel, though. That is true. Is Skibbity Toilet better than Doctor Who? Yes. Actually, no. Wasn't that made by, like, a racist? Not Spin, haven't read the page. No! Thank you for keeping me on track. Thank you for... What have you missed? You had to deal with a bad home situation. I'm sorry. Well, I'll catch you up. You haven't actually missed any wheel spins. We're on the second wheel spin, and in fact, I'm about to read it. What you've mainly missed is just me promoting Warframe and promoting my Twitch. And talking about Transformers. We were first talking about whether Optimus Prime is a man or not, like a person. And then we were talking about gender identity in Transformers. So we've read one page in 40 minutes. First stream of the year, folks. Right, you know what it is? It's whenever Felicia's not here, whenever Felicia has her arts and crafts, you know that I'm going to be getting down to some fucking chaos. She's the real, like, brains and drive behind Something Blue Audio. RC helped you figure out you were trans? Well, that's fucking cool. And that gives me a lot more, I wouldn't say respect, because I already respect RC as a character, because Transformers Prime is pretty good. But it definitely gives her more points in my book. That's cool. That's cool. So, Raynark's Multiverse was the somewhat confusing name of a universe discovered by Raynark of the Rim, in which he thought represented the wider multiverse of the Million Spheres. In Raynark's Exodus, he led a huge percentage of humanity from the Doctor's universe to this one. After the Exodus depicted in the 1962 novelette The Sundered World, the universe where humanity comes to reside is explored in the 1963 novelette The Blood Red Game. Yeah, I'm not allowed to stand up not allowed to stand up to abuse and ableism because I'm always wrong about being the enlightened one who converts perfectly to zero effect. You know what? So the thing is, if you have to stand up for what you believe in, you should always do that, even when it's difficult. But sometimes it's fucking really hard to do so, and it can come with a lot of negative consequences. And if you're willing to take on those consequences, more power to you. But I'm very sorry that you're going through that. It fucking sucks. That sucks a lot. Right. So I have read this article now. Now I'm going to have to cover up. Sometimes you just have to leave. True, true, true. By the way, while account creation is disabled on a mirror, does it force log you out of the TardisWiki account if you were to try to sign in? And that is a good question. Can someone please address Najawin's question, please? Ryan, is the multiverse real? Does the version of you that got obliterated as wrong with the rest of the planet actually exist? Yes, I actually believe that if enough people believe in a thing, that thing kind of becomes real in a way. Basically. I believe that Ghost Zeus is a thing. Yes. Unironically, yes. I think you can tulpa certain things into existence. And I also think that the multiverse is real. Yes. I believe in, like, the many worlds theorem. Literally, sometimes, I will, like... like, the other day, I'll tell you a story, okay? The other day, I was outside, and, we had two dogs coming out of, two of Felicia's mum's dogs. Coming out of the into the yard, okay? And like these two dogs, one of them is a dash hound, and they're very old, and they can barely fucking stand, let alone like run and fight and hide, okay? You might be asking why that's important. It is. Keep listening, okay? The other dog is a big pit bull hound motherfucker who's like 110 pounds and like could probably kill me if they really, really wanted to, okay? So here's the thing, okay? We had hesitated on whether or not to let the big girl out with the small girl or to have them come out separately, okay? When the little girl came out, I had decided to have the big girl come out too. And when the little girl come out, big girl was watching her over the top, as big dogs will tend to do with small dogs because they instinctively will protect them if they're part of the same pack. The big girl, she starts going... And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? What are you doing? First instinct was to tell her to stop, but I listened to my second instinct and went over and checked. And there was the biggest fucking hawk you'd ever seen, just like watching the little dash hound like a piece of meat. What are we talking about? A real life story from life that happened to me a few days ago. Because there's a point to it. And the point of the story is this, okay? If I hadn't let the big fucker out with the little fucker would have got fucked by the fucking hawk. That's the moral of the story. There's a universe where I made that decision. There's also a universe where I made that decision and then had to fist fight that hawk to save the dog. That also definitely happened in another universe. I 100% believe all that shit. Can we stop the brain rot for 5 minutes, please? I was talking about my actual life, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. I'm glad my dog didn't die though. Well, that one at least. At least not then. But yeah, no, enough with the Hawk Tour shit. Like, Jesus Christ. Talking about real life. The thing that exists out there. I believe in an infinite multiverse. Everything you read or write happens somewhere. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Alright, let's have a look at another article. This is not implied by infinity. Come on, Najawin, let us have this one. Let us believe in a world of wonder. Just once. Today. Of all days. Let us believe in a world of wonder. That means Jonkler is real somewhere. Yes, it does mean that Jonkler is real somewhere. It does. It also means that, like, somewhere, the version of Owlman from the movie Justice League Crisis on Two Earths exists that successfully set off their multiverse shattering bomb. So, like, just chill about that exam next week. You probably won't have to worry about it. But why were we not affected by Crisis? Because we're just stronger and better than those universes. I don't know. But like, time could just be rewritten and you exist in a limbo-like state. Yeah, it could. Pretty nightmarish, right? Yeah. Oh, if you really think about it, it's just another 10,000 extra ways that, like, your life can be turned into permanent suffering. Which is, you know, reassuring. I'm going to spin the wheel now, though. Alan, would you like to spin the wheel? Being the wheel. Yeah, baby. There you go. Chaos. Chaos. Well, let's find out what this means. Why don't we? Chaos. Is this going to be one of those pages that's like a million fucking things long? Like, what's going on here? What have you got me in for? Nausea must be fun at party. That's really funny. I'm gonna tell Felicia you said that. I'd invite him to my party as well, to be fair. CCC equals closed time. See, like, the thing is, this is what talking to an actual Time Lord is like. Listen to the man. No, he is right. Najawin is a really smart person. All their points are in intelligence. All of them. I prefer a more balanced character layout, personally. This is what talking to Romana is like. I'm just like a kid repeatedly asking why. To add to my opinions on the multiverse, I also think different universes could have different laws of physics. Oh, fuck yeah. Go off, Queen. Absolutely, Cookie Boy. Absolutely. The Gödel metric, a solution of the Einstein field equations, which involves a rotating universe of equally distributed particulate matter and has CTC, so actual time travel. You know what, though? You know what? There's a universe out there where that's all bullshit and we all have Dragon Ball Z powers instead. There's another universe where Najafat Win is the one hosting this show. If you can imagine such a thing. I imagine it's a little drier. I don't understand that, but I'm fucking stupid. I'm an entertainer. Sometimes I'm a writer as well, but like there's another universe where Naja is full of whimsy and joy. Yeah, exactly. What if the first Doctor landed in 2020's America instead of 1960s London? There's a universe where you run Skibbity Toilet Wiki Roulette. Probably considerably wealthier in that universe as well. He gets shot, what, the first Doctor if they landed in the 2020s? But nothing like the grandfather paradox has ever been shown to exist in a solution similar to the Gödel metric. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. I just like to believe in a world of wonder, because I don't know anything. The thing is that you can say that and you can know all that science. And you can, this is the thing, Naja Win, okay? To a crowd of normal people, okay? A crowd of normal people, you can explain all of that, as much as you want. You can explain that with all the intricate depth and, like, attention to detail that you want. But then I just have to turn around and say, oh yeah? Well, there are more things in heaven and earth that are dreamt of in your philosophy, Horatio, and normal people will go, I think he's right, and he did just quote Shakespeare, which means that he's smart. I'm gonna listen to him. That's how it would go down. Sorry. I used to read books when I was a child. When we finished Shakespeare, he wrote like 2 plays and went bald, and now he's famous. Would most people know that Shakespeare? No, they would assume it was Shakespeare because you said something kind of haughty and said Horatio, and that's kind of a big old-timey-ish word. So most people would just assume Shakespeare, yes. I also said it wrong. I misquoted Shakespeare horribly, by the way. Yes, that is a very well-studied human bias. Yes! I tell you what, you're lucky. You guys are lucky that I'm a host of this and not a cult leader. I'd be really good at it. Epic map battle of history, facts and logic versus love and joy. You cannot defeat my vibes! I don't care how many sources you bring to the table. You've written 1 play and I'm bored. Why are you not famous? Real story, by the way. You're famous in my heart, Bruce. It's fine. We are your cult. Let's be... Yeah. Yeah, that is true. But we don't acknowledge that openly. That's like the unspoken thing. And before someone points out I'm one of the highest people. Do you want to hear something funny? There's people who are like intimidated by the fact that I talk to you guys regularly. aren't the dumb little internal politics that people make up, like, weird sometimes? I know, isn't that fucking funny? Isn't that fucking funny, Soto? You've gotten us to worship a spinning battered wheel. It's 100% a goal. Lamau, are you famous? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit, yeah. It is a cult, 100%. You guys just... I need to... This is going to be a clip when you will realize that we're a cult. 10 viewers on top of the game. I know. Do you not know that that is success on Twitch though? Because we're so fucking saturated now. Nah, for real though, this stream doing as well as it did, because it might be 10 viewers, Kako Queen, but it's 10 viewers who watched the whole fucking thing, okay? This got me YouTube partnered. This show. If I didn't have Tardis Wiki Roulette, I would not have made YouTube partner last year. I'm telling you that. I have you guys to thank for that. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's very successful. The less we spin the wheel, the better the episode. That is very true. That is very true. You should be proud. You should be proud. The wiki editors control the whole of the Doctor. There are people who unironically believe that, Najawin. You have to understand that there are people who unironically believe that. I like to hope you mellow that a bit. You should. Also, it tends to get to like, yeah, people watch this afterwards. You know, there's people who hate watch this in like the fan creator community. There's people who like hate me as a fan creator and want to see me get torn down, and they like watch this for dirt. I don't know. You do, yeah, it's actually quite influential when you like think about it. It tends to get like 50 views total. Boom. That's a good average. Pretty happy about that. People think this about Wikipedia too. I know! I know! It's really funny. It's really funny because like there's all these fucking like mythologized versions of what this even is, and then you come in and you realize we're all just fucking about. Like we're all just messing around. Like this is just a bit of fun to us. Like that's how I feel about it. I think Tardis Wiki Roulette is a fun thing to do when I'm not working on the actual videos. It's good shit. And we're also a cult, yes. On the one hand, I like the idea that our site is a useful resource. On the other hand, when misinformation gets into official media is terrible. Yep, that is true. Remember when... What? Thought you were a secret cabal? Tardis Wiki is not a Doctor Who show. Oh dear. It's all very funny. Oh dear. Okay. Speen? Yeah, I think we should speen. I think we should speen. Absolutely. Yeah, baby. No, we already did it. No. Alan! Shape up. Come on, son. Sort your fucking life out, you horrible little wanker! Yeah, baby. Let's see where it goes now. God. Oh dear. Do they even have a page? Let's find out. Hang on, I need to check out. I need to catch up with the chat real quick. More like Millie less pussy. Philip Skibbity Field. It's the guy from Fix from some tyrants too. You need to validate the 1985 version of A Fix with Sontarans? Why? There are no references to Philip Schofield. Good. Also rename the Curse of Fatal Death Doctors. Yeah, that's true as well. So yeah, there's nothing, so I'm gonna spin the wheel again. Is everyone okay with that? And by everyone, I mean Alan. Alan, are you okay with that? Yeah! Innuendo Squad! Isn't that just the fucking audience of this show? This is your team, your guy. Okay, we're gonna learn this together now. The fix for Zontara is a fix of Zontara's fixing fixes facility is a long explanation, so I recommend you read it later. I may just do it. I may just do it. Berserk is famous, but it's very graphic. That is true. It's good though. I like that. Going from one rotter to another. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh dear. So, Mickey Smith rhetorically asked Jack Harkness if he was the captain of the Innuendo Squad. Let's let's spin the wheel and go somewhere else. Jesus. The Raven. The Raven. Welcome to the Tardis Wiki Roulette. We have racism, pedophilia, and sex. That's all very true. Do you remember when I started this show and there were like 3 of you? I remember when I started this show and there were like 3 of you, man. And now, I don't know. Like I just said, we averaged like 50 viewers by the end. That's insane. Well done, everyone. Well done. We reproduced. Which 3? Oh, I'd have to check. But I remember like when I started, there were like hardly any of you, and now there's like a shit ton of you, and there's new people coming in. It's ridiculous. I love it. Well done for coming in, all of you. It's cool. It's cool. I can't wait to see what this show is going to be like in like 3 years. It's crazy. Anyway. You was hatched of an egg. That is true. You did literally spawn into existence to watch Tardis Wiki Roulette. That is true. I know this to be true. I still remember the day you gave birth to me. Yeah. Painful. You are all my children. We know this to be true. You should have a... Does anyone... Oh, I tell you what. Does anyone remember? Tedious Milkshake? Who remembers Tedious Milkshake? I feel like that's gonna separate the OGs from the newer people. Is the name if the name Tedious Milkshake means anything to you? If it doesn't, then you're in the second wave of people that came. Bruce Simmons remembers Tedious Milkshake. I wonder what they're up to. Tedious Milkshake was a troll in the early days of me streaming. Not in like a fun Craig way where it's forgivable because they're actually kind of funny and they know where the line is usually. Like this kid was like an actual ass. Yeah, from earlier streams. And we just basically bullied them into leaving. They would like constantly suggest Patrick Troughton for the right from scratches and then get angry when it wasn't right from scratch. When it wasn't Patrick Troughton. Was he the kind of troll who lives under a bridge and asks riddles? They were more the kind of troll that gets led by a party of goblins. You know what I mean? That kind of troll. One of the lesser members of the Something Blue Audio Rogues Gallery that have popped up over time. You came in with the early wiki streams. The Goblin King was on your stream. That did happen. We caused you to you caused you to go into. Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't they say something transphobic and I fucking dropped the ether on them? Did that what happened, Bruce? I think I remember that. I remember someone saying something and I got very, very, very angry with them. Like, actually angry. Because I've got performatively angry before, you understand. It's very rare that I'll get, like, actually angry. I am a bit grumpy at the moment because of losing Luna. So if I do snap at you, understand that it's not because of you. It's because I'm upset. But generally speaking, I try not to. Thank you, King of the Wokies. That was the moment I was like, that's my doctor. Do you know, I won't name names, but there are other fan doctor creators out there who won't make a statement one way or the other on trans people because they don't want to risk alienating their fucking audience. And I'm here, like, number one, it's the right thing to do, you morally fucking bankrupt fucks. Number two, who the fuck do you think the audience for Doctor Who is? Cowards, 100% cowards. I completely agree. I completely agree. One day I'll be able to open the floodgates and wash all the filth away. Not yet. I'm not powerful enough yet. When I got 10,000 subscribers, then we'll talk. It was the moment Ryan became Heisenberg. You goddamn right it was. I am definitely the scariest fan doctor. I've been told that before. I do know that a lot of them are scared of me. It's funny because I used to be like, hey, want to collab? Want to do stuff together? And they would always like fucking they would always fucking like give me the cold shoulder. And at first I was like, do they not think I'm good enough? And then a video came out that got 300,000 views and it became like an overnight success. And then I found out that they weren't talking to me at first because I wasn't good enough. And then they weren't talking to me because they were jealous of how many subscribers I had. And yeah, Ryan is the Moffat of Hutu, maybe the future Moffat of Hutu. I like to think, maybe I'm like, I'm a Jamie Matheson. I'm a rising star. I'm not quite where I want to be yet. I'm very ambitious. That's something that I'm sure you've come to learn about me. I've got big dreams for TardisWiki Roulette. Just search, watch, link, click through. Craig's back! Oh, wonderful! Hi, Craig. I wish there was an application to block websites from opening up new tabs. Me too. Me too. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I would absolutely love that. But yeah, that's why you'll never see the answer doctor alongside like the fucking colostomy bag doctor or whatever. Or the fucking that one that got fanned out to be like fucking toucher upper. The Kiwi doctor, that one. You'll never find me rubbing shoulders with those people. You'll find other people rubbing shoulders with those people, and you can choose to take that as an impugnment on their character if you want. But you'll never find me doing any of that shit. I just finished version 2 of the Tardis Wiki Roulette intro. Gold star! Will you ever collab with the Whotuber who killed someone? No, I will never collab with the Whotuber who killed someone. Will you collaborate with the transphobic doctor? Which one? No, by the way, is the answer to that question, but which fucking one? Frankly. Now, there have been some wonderful people as well. There have been some people in the fan doctor community that I've met who are absolutely, like, amazing. And generally, the thing that I've, like, found is that, all of them have the same horror stories of being treated horribly. All of them. 13, 10, and 5. Are those the transphobic doctors? Jesus, 2 from the 2 doctors. I recently had to watch a Vote Saxon 07 video to get a scale reference for an action figure. Oof, I'm sorry. 2 would never. I tell you who I was, Soto. You know that famous tweet of Fraser Hines saying, "You want to meet me outside?" Fun fact, he said that to a teenage fan of Twamey who was like, "Yay, Twamey, I love 2 and Jamie." And Fraser Hines was like, "I'll fucking kick your ass," basically. That's what that famous tweet for him actually is him threatening a teenager, basically. Well, fun fact, if you go back to that tweet, you'll find a reply from a little account called Something Blue Audio. Basically saying, "Hey, Fraser Hines, fucking fight me, man." And I think it's really funny that since then he's apparently embraced the Twamey thing. So I'm going to chalk that down at least a little bit to me. That's a thing that happened, and it's fucking provable because I think that tweet's still up. Fraser Hines is a twink. I love you, Patrick Troughton, but you would call me a slur, probably. Yeah, sadly, probably. I feel like if you sat it down and explained it to Patrick Troughton or John Pertwee, like if you just explained what being transgender was, I have a feeling they'd just be like, "Oh, okay, fair enough." Am I getting lunch, though? Ryan turned Fraser. I turned Fraser based with threats of violence. I did not know any. Oh, there's so much lore. There's so much lore. Patrick would accept trans people but say slurs anyway. Is that better or worse than someone who doesn't accept trans people and thinks slurs? That's what I want to know. Sometimes I feel that shipping can go a little too far, but at the same time the line is high to define, and 98% of the time I'm happy to entertain it. I agree. I just think you shouldn't tell your teenage fans, "Meet me out in the fucking parking lot." That's where I'm at with it. I don't think you should say that. And I took umbrage with that little comment. Basically, you'd say better. That's interesting. You obviously know more about the subject than I do. You're not too rattled by slurs, though. If someone says a transphobic slur, like, around me, I will instantly just be like, fucking, well, you're on the shit list forever. Basically. They make me very angry. Because I think transphobia is, like, kind of the worst form of bigotry in a way. Because it literally makes you fucking stupid and a pervert. And an awful person as well. Like, I've met people who are really, really, really nice, but they're homophobic. I've met good people who are like racist. I've never met a good person who's transphobic. Fucking ever. It doesn't happen. That's my honest perspective and like experience. And I'm talking people who actually hate trans people, not people who've just been told not to like trans people. Because there's a huge difference as well between those people. Transphobic slurs just sound really pathetic. Like, they all do! That's 100% true. I don't want it to affect you, but it actually kind of does. Well, I'm sorry about that. Like, I don't know. I don't know, most trans people I've met have been fucking amazing. It seems like they frankly have a better batting average for being good people than cis people do. I tend to think that anti-Semitism is the worst because it's so insidious and conspiratorial. I would say that's a close second. I would say anti-Semitism is a close second to transphobia. I think the difference with anti-Semitism is it's more that anti-Semitism is something that you can kind of fit to any other existing belief system. Whereas with transphobia, it's literally like you've got a mental illness. Like, I don't think we should be power scaling bigotry, to be honest. Well, I mean, racism is like large mountain level, but I don't think wanting something not to affect you, that's why it's the worst. Can we use escapism for a little bit? I think we should. I think we should. All of it is bad. I agree. All of it is bad, and all of it should be stood up to. But yeah, I don't know. I think we'll go with all of it is bad. I do think it's interesting how it affects people in different ways when they have those beliefs, though. And we should probably spin the wheel now, admittedly. I'm sorry, guys. We get a wheel. Evil Christmas tree. What an appropriate thing to look up on the 2nd of January. Take a look. The 11th Doctor had to deal with some evil Christmas trees while spending one Christmas with Amy and Rory. An unimpressed Doctor... Oh, shit. An unimpressed Doctor remarked that they were really scraping the barrel this year. After rounding them and various other festive-themed threats up to the TARDIS, the Doctor invited them to Amy and Rory's to show them what a real Christmas should be like. I was gone for a couple of minutes. Let's stop talking about controversy. Shut up, Craig. You try and trick me into saying slurs. You don't have a fucking leg to stand on that. Also, no. I will talk about controversial topics as much as I fucking want. I am not... I am not one of those YouTubers. If you want to see someone avoid drama, go fucking sign up to one of them and you know who they are. Or you don't. Which is also very possible. How many trees is the Doctor's fault? Ryan is not a coward. Yeah, no, I'm not. You have any idea how many blacklists I'm on? That's not true. That's not true. Alan Davis, Doctor fought a normal tree. That is true. That happened in TardisWiki Wiki Roulette. Doctor Who fan 91 really pissed me off with his latest video. Who's Doctor Who fan 91? Which one's that? Who's Doctor Who fan 91? I don't know if I've heard of that one. I might recognize them if I've heard of them. I'm not trying to make... Yes, you are! Yes, you are! Can you add winter solstice? Yes. Yes, I can. Yes, I can add it. There it is. There it is. That's on there. That's canon now. Why don't we spin the wheel again? Why don't we spin the wheel again? Let's Let's do that, and then I'll look at the chat. I'm gonna look them up now. PANDA! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's time for everyone's favourite segment! A slice of panda meat! That's what we call it, right? What part of the panda article are we going to be looking at? Tell me what part of the panda article I should look at while I look up DW Fan 91 and find out who this motherfucker is. Ugh! Why don't they have a fucking profile picture? Oh wow, they have a lot of videos. I don't know, they just look like a really normal Doctor Who YouTuber to me. Just looking at their like just looking at their thing. Having political conversations is just important. Yeah, no, that's how I feel about it, is that I just think it's important. And I also know that there's a lot of people who like might be in situations. If I just remove Panda, shit. There's a lot of people who might be in situations where they don't necessarily feel like they have a voice. And this is a forum for them to be able to have a voice and kind of have their say. And there's a lot of people for whom me saying these things in like an aggressive and forthright manner is them getting to hear those things said in a way that they would never normally get to hear it. So I think it has some inherent value from that perspective. And like, if we're being like serious for a moment, like, I think that the Doctor Who community in general and the creator community avoids controversy too much. I think a lot of them are willing to let really terrible things slide for the sake of avoiding controversy. I think some of them are incredibly well principled and do incredibly good work. Like Mr. Tardis is a really good example. But in terms of like the low to mid tier, a lot of the people I've run into are scurrilous shits, frankly. And I don't associate with them anymore. But no, generally I would say it's good to talk about these things, and it's good to talk about these things in an open way. You should never ever become afraid to talk about these kinds of things. And I mean, at the end of the day, like the BBC, what am I afraid of being blacklisted by them? They don't write my fucking checks. YouTube does. And YouTube is owned by Google. And Google does not give a fuck what you say as long as you bring advertisers to the thing. And I am very, very smart about what I say and what I don't. That's never going to be a problem. Ryan's rant, over. We will talk about controversial things sometimes. The BBC, they were showing us how to make TV. I actually barely follow the Doctor Who fan community. It's almost like an alien word to me. My advice, Xavier, to be completely honest, don't. It peaked a long time ago, and now it's just kind of a massive human centipede. It's either, do you go with people who are completely morally bankrupt, or people who are completely creatively bankrupt, or do you go up with the secret third option, people who are both? I didn't say political escapists. What, like Star Wars, but Luke Skywalker is played by Liz Truss? Like that kind of thing? At least it's not as bad as the Chuck E. Cheese is bad. Yeah, there's a lot of very shite people. A lot of them are very deeply flawed as well. It's kind of bad, to be honest. Welcome to the Heim Time Hotel. And I kind of just exist on the periphery, doing my own thing. Being my own guy, you know what I mean? Which is why we need to spread love and joy. Yes. And this is the thing that a lot of people don't get, is when you love something, sometimes you have to be harsh with it. Never understood how fans stand for so much the Doctor would be against. I know! I know! I don't get it either, man. I don't get it. I don't get any of it. And even the ones who need to be strapped in and forced to read a few choice books. Just imagine them reading anything, Nashwin. Oh dear. Yeah, no, you're right though. You're very much right. You're very much right. It does kind of blow me away sometimes. I'm not gonna say anymore in the world we are living. I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm just gonna spin the wheel. I don't want to get into trouble like immediately at the beginning of the year again. Kane, Mythology, Voice Integrated Butler Project, those all look like good additions to the wheel. Thank you, Soto. I think something that's very important is that while I don't always offer... Do you like my pickle, by the way? Check it out. It's an emotional support pickle. See it? This is my secret co-host. I'm actually constantly squeezing this guy while I'm talking to you guys because I actually have horribly crippling anxiety and mental health problems, if you can believe such a thing. Lots of trauma. Lots and lots of trauma. What's their name? I don't actually have a name for him yet. I have to think of a name for him yet. But he's my little sidekick. You love how I squeeze my pickle? God damn it. Felicia made this for me, actually. Felicia makes these as her job, and they're incredible. You should buy one from her. All of you should buy a pickle from Felicia. She's amazing. But, yeah. How we've been talking about war in the Middle East is way longer than we've been alive. That's true. The two-parter was actually a reference to how Europe was dealing with Syrian and Libyan refugees. It was coming up. I know. I know. It's very true. Spin, please, or you'll explode into pieces. I'm sorry, Craig. We'll go though. We'll go. We'll go. We'll spin it.
Yeah,
baby. I start having him on screen more, yeah? Buddy Holly again? Oh wait, no. That was something someone suggested today. How wonderful. I love when that fucking happens, man. That is the best. The best. Why are you opening on a new window? You don't need to open on a new window. Just open TardisWiki. There we go. Hopefully we'll get Promposal today. Hopefully. Buddy Holly was a musician. While walking through the campus of the University of Cambridge in 1958, Salyaven heard Buddy Holly singing on a radio being carried by a student. In 1992, Hugh and Janet had Buddy Holly records in their collection. The 10th Doctor cited Buddy Holly as a musician who had become a legend by dying in tragic circumstances, and asked the members of Packer Froon Webster if they wanted to do the same. What? Clara Oswald, after having an English lesson on Pride and Prejudice interrupted by the 12th Doctor, came up with a scenario where Jane Austen and the Doctor met Buddy Holly. See, it wasn't talking about controversial stuff better than learning about Buddy fucking Holly. I like Buddy Holly, but he is mainly famous for dying. Let's be honest. What a pretty website. I know, it's a gorgeous website. We didn't do PANDA! What fucking thing did you want for PANDA? What part of the PANDA article did you want me to read? That's what I would like to know. Tiny Tim should be in Doctor Who. Who's Tiny Tim? You mean the dude, right? Tiny Tim, like the actor? Am I thinking of an actor who's gigantic? Don't think we did that. The singer? I don't know. Tiny Tim was a ukulele player with a very high voice. Okay. He played a clown in a horror movie once. I remember the context. It wasn't exactly... I only remember... Okay. He passed away on stage. Jesus! That's crazy. Hope I don't pass away on stage. I hope I don't die in the middle of doing one of these. That would really suck. Either the singer with the high voice or the other guy with the high voice. Okay. So it's a guy with a high voice. You'd give his stuff a listen, it's quite beautiful. I don't know. I don't listen to new music. You like Tiny Tim, it saddens me that most people only view his music as creepy. It's from the 60s. Oh. I'm going to look at reactions to Panda. That's the segment we're looking at today. While most people nonchalantly accepted the fact Panda was a walking and talking stuffed bear, some individuals reacted in different ways. Albert was too dismayed and too embarrassed to talk to Panda. Bessie thought Paul Mars and Jeremy were freaks for being friends with him. Fess the cat was initially flabbergasted, but people were remaining skeptical about Panda for several years, although he eventually accepted Panda and stood up for him on Panda's behalf. While visiting Darlington, Panda remained inside the Celestial Omnibus to avoid arousing unhelpful reactions to his nature. Did YouTube really just crash? Did that really just happen? Oh, you're YouTube? We're here? Okay, good. 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 Okay, well, we've done that bit, so now we're going to spin the wheel again. Isn't that exciting? I think that's exciting. Sorry if you're not clarifying. No, it's okay. Don't apologize. It's fine. It really is fine, though. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah. Time to spin the wheel, Ryan. Could imagine such a thing. Ooh, we're getting quite close to the end of the show. Damn it. Okay, well, last bets, everyone. Got a couple more spins in us. Maybe. Hope for some tangents to extend the runtime. We all know that you love your sweet, sweet runtime. Plesiosaur. Oh no. Craig, but how are we supposed to talk about plesiosaurs when Craig doesn't want us talking about controversial shit anymore? Plesiosaurs are controversial. Plesiosaurs were a family of aquatic predators that terrorized the oceans for millions of years. Plesiosaurs had round bodies, short tails, and 4 flippers. The creatures are long and short neck species and varied widely in length from 3 to 20 meters. Elasmosaurus was one of the largest plesiosaurs, measuring about 14 meters in length and weighing 2.2 metric tons on average. That wasn't even Doctor Who lore, that was just fun information about plesiosaurs. Stop being controversial, Ryan. Like, why do we have that page? I don't know. I don't know. We should rename his page Normal Yal Yankovic. Hold on, something just hit at your house. See you in a sec. Okay, let us know if you're okay. It's one of those Doctor Who Discovers books or something. That makes sense. Yeah. Do. Elections. Can we avoid controversial topics? Can we avoid controversial topics? Alan's like, no. No, you can't. God damn it. Alan says no. Yeah, I know. You thought it was a different letter for a moment? What do you mean? Do you mean you thought it said a lesson? You mean that? Do you mean you thought it said selection? Do you think that it said action? Do you think it said that? Alan is indeed a comrade, yes. The Lord President of the High Council of Gallifrey might be chosen by election. Jack Robertson planned to run in an American presidential election in 2020. Whoops! That's why he's red. Yes. It's just a burglar. I kick him in the jaw and he doesn't move somehow. Okay. So what you need to do now, Craig, okay, is you need to get a tarpaulin, like a pretty decently sized tarpaulin, okay? You need to wrap up the burglar in the tarpaulin, and do you have any farms or any facilities which have 4 or more pigs in them? I'm gonna need to hear your answer before I proceed with the rest of the instructions. Anyway, let's keep reading. He doesn't have a pulse? Okay, cool. Well, okay, so yeah, no, wrap him in the tarp. Do you have a car? Or are you going to ride on the bus? Because it depends. There's measures you need to take. Bus? Okay, so if you're going on the bus, alright, then what you want to do, okay, is, I'm assuming you have a Bible, alright? Grab the Bible, and as you're on the bus with the tarpaulin, really, really, really loudly read from the Bible, okay? Doesn't really matter which passage, okay? What really matters is that you read it really loudly and aggressively with like spit coming out of your mouth, because if you do that, no one on the bus will sit close enough to you to catch the smell, and that's very important, okay? Once you can take the bus to the nearest place with 4 or 5 pigs, okay? You're gonna need something sharp. And to learn the rest of these instructions, subscribe to my Twitch, which has much, much, much more lenient rules about where I can take the rest of this story than YouTube does. So let's follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/wildmagic. Oh, this was a plotted gentleman shack. That's really funny. I was just improvising. It's really funny. Oh. That and my family work with a craze. What? Jack Robinson plans to run in an American presidential election in 2020. There were also other types of elections, like a general election that Great Britain's parliament system used. Harriet Jones won a general election in a landslide majority to secure herself and her family party a term in government. Later, the Saxon master, posing as Harold Saxon, won a general election. The Daleks held elections every Skaro year to appoint the Dalek Emperor and the Black Dalek as their rulers. However, the Daleks had little choice of the matter. When in one re-election the Red Extragalactic Squadron spoke out and demanded a more effective leader, the Emperor had the Black Dalek obliterate them. Let's see what JXE has to say about this life hack. Great life hack. Thanks, Ryan. Oh, that's a really good point. You need a hacksaw. You should have had the hacksaw before you got on the bus. That's really important advice right there. Hello, Clara Agrippa. I like the fun font you have on your thing. It's good. The state has a monopoly on violence. Daleks get it. Oh, you have a goblin in your basement, Craig? Oh, well, that solves everything then. Well, no. You have to. No, Kaka Queen. Right, here's the thing, okay? If you just have a hacksaw, right, then there's going to be some motherfucker who is feeling a little brave that day and is going to try and get that hacksaw off you. If you just read the Bible loud enough, no one will want to sit close enough to you. It's okay. Trust me. Yaz's tips on how to hide a body. Ryan's tips on how to hide a body successfully. Alright, let's spin the wheel a couple more times. Because I'm feeling festive. It's the first one of the new year. I'm here. We're all excited. Let's go again. Why don't we? I think we should. Let's see if it's a list of titles that reference other works. Oh no. What in the timey-wimey indeed, Clara Agrippa. List of titles that reference other works. That's going to be, like, huge. Let's have a look at how big this one is. Before we commit to it. Wait, no, that one's just list of titles that reference other works. Let's take a looky look. Oh my god! It's fucking huge! Whoa! Alright, let's somebody clip that. Oh dear. Let's spin the wheel again. This one's too much. The flag of Canada. Canada, sceptered land. Land of our hopes. Land of our hearts. Home of Celine Dion, Nickelback, and Bryan Adams. Truly, truly a wonderful place. Truly, truly every bit the equal of the United States. Truly. Let's have a look. The flag consisted of a red field with a white square at center in the ratio of... That's supposed to be a field? Which was featured on one stylized red 11-pointed maple leaf charged in the center. Though unremarked in the story, this is the flag of Canada. Alright. The equal of the United States. Let's see. Richard Nixon. There we go. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that the Canada is better US. And the reason why is because Canada's entire identity is being the slightly more hipstery version of being of the US. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Every single Canadian I've ever met has been cool as hell. Canadians are okay. I missed us talking about Canada. It was just me poking a bit of light fun because I know that Canadians have good senses of humor. Oh, also they have a horrible housing. Yeah, no. I know that Najawin is about to explain why it's okay. You're a Canadian. I know a big proportion of my audience is actually Canadian. There's a lot of Canadians in my audience, actually. Canada's prettier than the US. I tell you what, a lot of the photos I've seen of Canada, it is a very gorgeous place. That is true. It's very true. I'll make jokes about the Canada because I know Canadians will take it with good humor. That's all. What? Just all that in uninhabited land. Here's the thing, Trudeau sucks. Oh yeah, but like every head of state in every country fucking sucks. So you can't really say that's like an exceptionally Canadian thing. Here's the thing, Canadians believe in the illusion. What illusion? Dabbing with faint praise up his badness. Craig, are you alright? So do we generally think everything is okay as long as we are the US? What doesn't the UK suck at except for electrical plugs? Cakes. Desserts. Scroll up. Where am I scrolling up? You're way closer to just being Americans than anyone likes to admit. Yes, no, Canadians are Americans with a little bit of French flavoring. That is true. That is true. That is also why Canada is not as good as the US. The American accent is an atrocity. Which American accent? There's fucking hundreds of them. Which American accent? What's the American accent? There isn't a the American accent. The fuck are you talking about? There really isn't one. You want to see Tricky Dicky? You want to see Richard Nixon? What is the American accent? The accent that Americans use. We are generally much more privileged than Americans. I don't know. I know you keep talking about healthcare, but like, America has better quality of life than any other place I've lived, and I've lived in a lot of places over the years. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people look at the private healthcare thing and assume that like the rest of America's quality of life is really bad, when like it really isn't, to be honest. The American accent is the southern one. That like that's like 5% of the country, though. You sure? I am sure. I'm missing the point, I believe. I don't know. No, I do agree with you the wealth disparity is awful. I completely agree with you that it's awful. And I will pay attention to that. I will pay attention to that. However, you have to understand, that's not conceptual, you have to understand that I come from a country a lot poorer than the US. So whenever you guys like go, oh, the US is so awful, like, it sounds like insanity to me. This is bullshit, but why are you mad, Craig? You don't control what I fucking talk about. And like, dude, you were like really rude to me yesterday, so like, I don't know where all this hoity-toityness is coming from. He rage quit on my stream as well, because he kept bugging me about fucking, what was it? Zachary Levi in a movie. That's because you hear about what... No, I'm talking about what I see in my day-to-day fucking life, dude. Their voice is louder, they're happy, they're saying... It's a massive place, but it's all the same accent as opposed to the UK, which is a tiny place with hundreds of accents. Not true. Their attentions are no, I agree that there's problems. It's just, I don't know, it's not what I've seen with my own eyes. You want Richard? Me too. Me too. I don't know why Craig got so fucking angry there. Like, I'm literally streaming for like half an hour longer than I usually do, just to give you guys like extra content. I don't mean to talk... It's okay. No, I do agree that there are genuinely problems. I just do not categorically think it's helpful to talk about it as an awful place to live, when for the average person it's an okay place to live. Like, yes, the happiness index is higher in some European countries. Yes, there are places where it would probably be better to live for the average person. But still, it's not nearly as bad or as terrifying as a lot of Europeans think it is. It's just really different. But again, like 12 said, the correct way to judge a culture is to look at the lowest rungs of their society. There is no average person. I agree. I agree. That is a concept. Well, I'll tell you what, you know, you were talking about experiences before. Like, I have lived on the street before as well. Like, I've been at that rung of society. I've also, now, I live a fairly comfortable middle-class life, but that wasn't always the case. You know what I mean? And you are right that it is a lottery, you win or lose. And you know, the really crazy thing about that game we're all playing is that you're entered into that game when you're fucking born. Man, you don't get to opt out of it, which is insane. No, I agree with you that the world is fucking insane. I'm not going to move on that. Famous Transformers Dark of the Moon star Richard Nixon. You've been dealing with various levels of homelessness for the past 2 years. I am really sorry to hear about that. And guess what? You have a rich family. That can happen sometimes. You know, people can have all kinds of different circumstances. I just really, really hope that like things will get better for you soon, Soto. And I really, really hope you find a place of like happiness and security and stability, where life can be boring again, basically. You know what I mean? I really, really like want that for you. And yeah, I'll be thinking about that. FYI, probably going to be homeless soon yourself. Well, I hope that things turn around for you as well. Seriously. The UK does worse starting off the second, but does better even the third quintile. Do you think if we stop talking about this, do you think if we, for the classic reason of Slumlord, that is very classic. Do you think if we stop talking about this, Craig will come back? It will get better though, it will. And like, I know that it's difficult, like how unstable life is when you're going through that situation, because I know that like when you don't know where your next dinner or where even like you next might be able to like put your head down is gonna come from, like it's scary and shit. It is. It is. And like you have to learn a lot of new skills that you never thought you would ever have to develop and stuff. But you will make it through. You will make it through. I promise. I'm sorry to hear that. Start talking about Zachary Levi on the Black and White Minstrel Show to keep Craig back. I know. This is the thing, is he gets upset when I talk about real shit. But then you watch him on the fucking Twitch stream and he'll be like, hey Ryan, hey Ryan, hey Ryan, hey Ryan, say the N-word. Hey Ryan, look at the chat. Look at the chat. Hey Ryan, say the N-word. So, yeah, that's what I'm used to. Adapting to never-ending bad scenarios means you can't carry your light forward. Right now, just focus on, Ryan, say the skibbity word. Skibbity toilet. Is that the skibbity word? Right now, just focus on day-to-day. That would be the thing I would say. Focus on day-to-day and focus on keeping the light strong more than carrying it forward. Ryan, say hawk to her. Hawk to her. Oh, that's the other thing. Well, if I could, I would give you a big hug right now. Trust me on that. I'm sorry you're going through that. Should we read Richard Nixon now? Let's read Richard Nixon. Richard Milhouse Nixon. Oh, is that where Milhouse comes from? Was the 37th President of the United States from 1969 to 1974. The 11th Doctor was not particularly fond of him due to the unfortunate events that happened during his term as President, such as Vietnam and the Watergate scandal, but managed to work with him. Nixon assisted the Doctor during his investigation of the silence, often using his power as President to do so. He freed the Doctor after he was arrested and calmed down soldiers at Area 51 by giving a speech. Nixon was born on 9th February 1913 in Yorba Linda, California. He served in the Navy during World War II, eventually becoming a lieutenant commander. By 1952, he served as a junior senator and later became vice president. Dwight D. Eisenhower. In 1960, Nixon ran for president, but lost to John F. Kennedy. During a televised debate during the two, Nixon refused to allow makeup assistants to work on him, and as a result looked noticeably pale and sweaty. It was believed this may have cost Nixon the election. Keep the light strong, must rebuild logs for fire. You're a good human. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot coming from you. You do need to rebuild the logs to feed the fire, though. A good suggestion I would have would be to grab some dry paper, ideally newspaper, and store it in a dry place for when you need to start fires. But yeah, the purest irony is I have no shortage of knowledge or wisdom. That is the purest irony of all of it, isn't it? In 1968, he ran for president again. A Republican, he stood against Reagan and Rockefeller for the party's nomination. Bob Decker believed Nixon should be dead in the water, but kept coming back. Nixon would successfully win that year's presidential election. In 1969, Nixon received calls directly to him wherever he was. This is just going to be him talking about... Yeah. Ooh. In 1974, he authorized the Omega solution, the complete nuclear obliteration of Great Britain in order to stop the invasion of the Rimmoraxians. The attack was called off by the CIA when the Rimmoraxians left. Basic impeachment due to the Watergate scandal. Nixon resigned as president on 9th of August 1974. All your strategies only work. Eventually, you can only stay on a ball for so long. I got knocked down. You will eventually get on a different ball though, and maybe that ball will be a better fit for you. It can happen to anyone. We should bring Nixon back. We shouldn't. We probably shouldn't bring Nixon back. It's probably not a good idea. I like that he was facing the impeachment due to the Watergate scandal, but not due to almost wiping out the UK. New ball. See, things can turn around, Soto. You never know. You should bring back Nixon and force him to put the presidency back on. I like how you actually engage with your metaphors. Yeah. It's important to engage with metaphors. Otherwise, you could forget where you came from, and you can't ever do that. That would have earned him a medal while blowing up the UK, right? Oh dear. Okay, let's spin the wheel one more time tonight, and then I'll leave you.
Yeah, baby.
This is an extra special roulette. Was all garbage. I think it's really funny that Craig rage quit and now we're finally off of politics. Finally. Let's bring Nixon back just for a laugh. I think first of the year, I guess. Yeah. I do not think that he would be better than Trump. No, I think Nixon is worse than Trump in a lot of ways. Yeah, like, I actually think Trump is basically just a clapping seal who will, like, work for the people who will give him the most attention, and the people who will give him the most attention happen to be neo-Nazis. I think Richard Nixon had actual beliefs, and all of those beliefs were fucking evil. Very different. Very different vibes. One of the perks of being a male passing white gifted child twink is that people generally listen to me. I'm not used to that anymore. Well, I will always listen to you. That's okay. The Battle of Mid. To be fair, Kako Queen, like, mid implies that something is middling. I would not describe Trump or Nixon as middling. I would describe them as awful. It's more awful versus awful. It's like Alien versus Predator. Whoever wins, we lose. It's just hard to get that to... I know, it is hard to get that to register. I'm the same way. I still, like, if people are nice to me, I'm suspicious of it. I completely get where you're going. They are middling in some areas. That's true. That's true. That's true. I will give an honest assessment. Like, my brain can't remember the ideas of others being able to relate to me. I get that as well. I completely understand that. After the Third Doctor's two companions gave him their resignation letters. I love the fact that the Third Doctor's companions had to give him resignation letters. The Doctor decides to move on and combine his two greatest characters, Doctor Who and Wurzel Gummidge. He called it Dr. Gummidge. He claimed that he would fly around the space-time continuum scaring away birds. Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart, featured in the series, enters the Master, who on one occasion exhausted the supply of barley on Gallifrey just by eating it. Panda said that Iris Wildtime was doing one of her impressions of Wurzel Gummidge's sister on the cover of the stupendous tome he had edited, which he had hoped would distract readers from his own nudity on it. The Fourth Doctor owned a yo-yo with Wurzel Gummidge's face on it, which he brought from the Blackpool Winter Guardians. Sorry if you brought out something up for you. No, it's okay. I'm fine. I'm alright. It's still very high functioning, but the CPTSD is real. I'm sorry about that. I just have regular PTSD, vanilla flavored, but it is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Look up the hard hats and Nixon's response to them. Quick question, why is the evil scarecrow from Wurzel Gummidge so fucking terrifying? Because it's a show that's really saccharine. And because it's a show that's really saccharine, if you have a villain that's taken, like, seriously in a show that's really saccharine, they will come off, like, 10 times more terrifying than they would in a show with, like, a more serious tone. I would imagine. I've never seen Wurzel Gummidge, but I just imagine it's that. Because it's usually that. It's usually the answer to that question. Oh, I had vanilla-flavored PTSD from childhood and adolescence. Now it's been upgraded. That's an upgrade I don't want. I'm sorry about that upgrade. You just waiting for Tumblr to reinstate your account after they accidentally terminated. Yes, that sucks. That's rough, man. You've got a whole ass PHS. The Care Bears should have fought Pennywise for that reason. Yes. Yes, that is true. Oh my god! Hang on. Look at that absolute nightmare fuel there. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Look at that. Jesus. Oh, wow. So. Looks like your aunt. Oh, dear. Madam, what year is this? PHSD is the best thing you've done all year. Oh, God. So, I'm going to head off now. This is the end of the stream, I guess, because it's 2 hours. Can you get an honorary PhD in psychology? If it was up to me, you would. This is the end of the stream. So, I will be back on Wild Magic in less than an hour playing Warframe, so join me there. Can someone check in with Craig and make sure they're okay? And I hope you all have a really, really good year. And I know that I will be here for Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I'll see you on those. If I don't see you tonight, I will be streaming on Monday on Wild Magic, and then I will be back here on Tuesday for another Tardis Wiki Roulette. And yeah, it's very exciting. And remember, Thursday, Doki Doki Literature Club. Perfect time to make a Twitch account and join us on Wild Magic. It's going to be a good time. Goodbye, all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your year. For those of you who are having a great year, I hope it gets even better. For those of you who are having a not great year, I hope it gets way better. And yeah. Very wise words there. Hawk Tour and all that shit. Wasn't she involved in like a scam recently? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Bye!